Good morning, gentlemen and ladies of the press. The purpose of this press conference is to release the public notice on the recertification of all land title documents in Abia State. And if you would permit me, I will read the public notice. The Abia State Ministry of Lands and Housing announces the commencement of the recertification of all land title documents. The purpose of this recertification exercise is to review and update plot holders' land records, upgrade survey records from the Nigerian/local origin to the Universal Traverse Mercator, UTM, to update the payment of ground rents, taxes, and other charges, to revalidate allocations, and to registration and updates of the Abia State Social Identity Number, ABSSIN. For this recertification exercise, at the first instance, the documents to submit are all title documents. By all title documents, we mean certificates of occupancy, deeds of assignment, building leases, powers of attorney, allocation letters, and any other claim anyone may have on any land or property in Abia State. The dates of the submission of title documents for recertification, copies of title documents for recertification, commences on Monday, the 13th of May, 2024, and closes a month after on Friday, 14th of June, 2024. Place of submission of the title documents are Umuahia and Aba, and for those outside of Abia, online provisions have also been made for online submissions. At Umuahia, the place of submission is the Ministry of Lands and Housing, the State Secretariat, Block A, the conference room on the second floor. While in Aba, the place of submission is the Zonal Lands Office, Aba. While for online submissions, scanned documents in PDF of the title document should be sent to cfo@abiastate.gov.ng, or it could also be sent via WhatsApp to 0916 000 2084. These details would also be released in the statement. The processing fee on submission of title document per title document is 50,000 naira, except those issued after 29th May 2023. Payment of processing fee is at the Ministry of Lands and Housing Pay Points, which is the revenue unit second floor, where we have a banking unit, or payment could be made online via abiapay.com. These details will be released later. Also in this statement shows the procedure for the online payment when you log into abiapay.com. The submission of recertification of the title document is deemed complete when you submit the title document after the ABSSIN registration and after the payment of the 50,000 processing fee. So for us to give you a receipt of submission, we have received the title document, you have completed your ABSSIN registration, and the processing fee of 50,000 naira is paid. Then the validation process commences. Penalty. Any title document not submitted for recertification shall become invalid for transactions and shall be subject to a penalty of 100,000 after the date of closure, that is, from Monday, 17 June 2024. This is in the first instance, and these same title documents may then be revoked or withdrawn later. Signed, Chaka Ikenna Chukwumerije, Commissioner, Lands and Housing. I'll start from the second question. What informed the decision? We are a corrective regime. And the second part of the statement where we read, we're reviewing and updating plot holders' land records. We're upgrading our survey records, updating payment of ground rent, revalidation of allocation, and registration of the Abia State's ABSSIN. So basically, the government is cleaning up its land records and taking a decisive step in sorting out the issue of double allocation, the issue of unrealized allocation, the issue of the upgrade of survey data from the local/Nigerian origin to UTM, which means the accuracy of survey data, so we don't have issues of overlaps in one property over another property. And we are also using the opportunity to recover statutory dues, ground rents that haven't been paid, building leases that have been expired. So the recertification exercise affords the state the opportunity to have a clean slate in terms of its land administration system and all that. As part of the recertification process, we would also be looking at the building plan approvals, the change of purpose. If an allocation has been given to you for a particular purpose and over a period of time you change to another purpose, it will affect the recertification of your title documents. The first question asked was, shouldn't this be a continuous exercise? It's going to be a continuous exercise, but the title documents need to come in within a particular time frame. Beyond that time frame, the penalty sets in. It allows the state to be efficient in its processing of this title, because the first phase is the collection of a title document. The next phase is the validation of these title documents, which will take a process. So that's really the closest answer I can give to. It's a continuous exercise, but beyond a particular time, a penalty sets in. So Abians are encouraged to submit those documents within the defined time frame. Enveloped, undeveloped, allocations, any claim to any land or property in Abia, the certificates will be recertified and validated. So the recertification exercise is set to correct those anomalies where you have title documents with no access roads or allocation letters given and allottee is unable to realize the allocation or issue of double allocation. Like I earlier mentioned, this is a corrective regime, and we are set on having a very transparent and efficient land administration system. So the question you asked about an allocation does not have an access road, the verification process, the recertification process will correct all these anomalies. Prior to inheritance, everything is subjected to title. This process is primarily targeted at existing title holders. So you already have a title to your land, and through the recertification process, we are calling on you to come to Ministry of Lands and Housing and recertify that title. You may not have a title to your land in a rural area. It also gives you an opportunity to get a title for that document. Having a title on your document, and the process has been streamlined. The last time we had the press conference, we commenced the CFO in 30 days. So your title document comes out within a 30-day cycle. So if you're in a rural area and you don't have a title to your land, to help you release the value in that land, to afford you better security on that land, you're also encouraged to submit that title document for first-time registration, as distinct from what we are doing now, which is the recertification of existing title holders. So yes, everybody is affected as long as you have land and property. Double allocation, like I said, this regime is a corrective regime, inheriting all the assets and liabilities of previous regimes. So we have a mountain of petitions here and there of two people laying claim to a single property. The recertification exercise sorts out this issue once and for all. There are certain identified problem areas, places like Lodu, places like MBC, and a couple of other areas. Recertification exercise affords this regime to bite the bullet and clean up its land record system. As I mentioned earlier, recertification exercise also involves building plan approvals. There are a large number of buildings out there or people holding on to title documents that do not have the requisite building plan approval, or the approval given to you on the land you hold and all that has changed from the time that title was given. Via the recertification process, we will be correcting that also and ensuring that people have the appropriate approvals, and those that have expired building leases, as mentioned earlier, you are also compelled to update those leases. Thank you.